You are 23 years old. You are sitting in your car outside a petrol station. Your card just got declined for $12. Not because you are lazy. Not because you don't work hard. You work 2 jobs. You just got paid 3 days ago. You sit there for a moment staring at the dashboard. You are not angry. You are tired of being confused about money. Nobody ever taught you this. Not your parents. Not your school. Nobody. That is about to change. You make $2,200 a month. After rent, food, transport and your phone bill, $140 is left. Sometimes less. You have no savings account. You have a jar on the kitchen counter with $60 in it for emergencies. Last month, the emergency was a bus fare. You are not bad with money. You simply have more month than money. A colleague named Ray mentions he puts $100 away every month automatically. You laugh. You tell him you cannot afford to save. He does not argue. He just nods. You think about that nod for 3 days. On the 4th day, you open a savings account. You set up an automatic transfer of $50 every payday. Not $100. 50. The jar stays on the counter. But something has shifted. You have told your money where to go before it disappears. That is the first lesson. Not budgeting. Not investing. Just that. Intention. 11 months later, you have $600 saved. It is the most money you have ever had that was not already spoken for. Then your laptop dies. The repair costs $540. You pay it. You do not go into debt. You sit on the edge of your bed that night and feel something you have never felt before about money. Not excitement. Not pride. Calm. You go back to zero and start again. But now you know something you did not know before. The jar was not the problem. The ceiling was. You cannot save your way to wealth on $2,200 a month. You start asking a different question. Not how do I spend less, but how do I earn more? You spend 4 months learning a skill online. Evenings. Weekends. You pick up one freelance client. Then another. 6 months later your income is $3,100 a month. The $50 automatic transfer becomes $200. The math changes. Not because you got lucky. Because you raised the ceiling. You are 26. You have $4,800 saved. A friend tells you about a hot stock. Everyone is talking about it. The returns sound impossible. You feel the pull. You feel what every person with their first real savings feels. The desire to make it work faster. You put $200 in. The stock drops 60% in 6 weeks. You lose $120. It does not ruin you, but it teaches you something that no finance book can teach. The feeling of watching money disappear is worse than the feeling of never having it. You start reading about index funds. Boring. Unsexy. No story. Just consistent returns over time. You move what is left into a broad low-cost index fund and forget about it. Not because you are disciplined. Because you are tired of the anxiety. A year later you check the balance. It has grown quietly. Without you. While you were sleeping. While you were working. While you were living. That is the second lesson. Money that works while you rest is worth more than money you have to chase. At 27 you want a car. A real one. Not the 2009 Honda you have been nursing for 3 years. A dealership offers you financing. The monthly payment looks manageable. You sign. 3 months later you do the real math. Over the loan term you are paying $4,200 more than the car is worth. The car loses value every single day. You are paying interest on something that is becoming worth less while you own it. You feel the weight of it. Not guilt. Just awareness. This is what bad debt feels like. It does not arrive as a crisis. It arrives as a monthly payment that seems fine until you realize it is quietly draining the future version of you. You pay it off aggressively. 2 years early. The month you make the last payment you move that same monthly amount directly into your investment account. You do not miss it. You were already used to it being gone. You are 28. You almost do not go to the event. It is a Thursday night and you are tired. But you go. You meet someone named Clara. She works in a field adjacent to yours. You talk for 40 minutes about nothing important. 3 months later Clara mentions your name to a hiring manager. The job pays $22,000 more than what you currently earn. You get it. That one Thursday evening, the one you almost skipped, changes your financial trajectory more than any investment decision you have ever made. You think about that for a long time afterward. You start showing up. Not networking. Just showing up. Adding value. Having real conversations. The return on human connection does not show up in a portfolio statement. But it is the largest return you will ever receive. Something strange happens at 29. You have $18,000 saved. Your income is solid. Your investments are growing slowly. And yet you keep almost spending it. A holiday, a new phone, a reason always appears. You start paying attention to the pattern. You realize the sabotage is not random. It is a story that has been running since childhood. Money is hard. People like us don't get wealthy. Don't get too comfortable. The story was written by the people around you, people who loved you, people who were simply surviving, people who never had the chance to think beyond the next bill. You start reading differently, listening differently. You find people who have the results you want and you study how they think, not just what they do. The story begins to change. Slowly, quietly. And when the story changes, the decisions change. And when the decisions change, everything changes. You are 32. Your net worth crosses $100,000 for the first time on a Wednesday afternoon. You are in a meeting when it happens. You check your phone during a break. You do not tell anyone. You go back into the meeting. On the drive home, you think about the petrol station, the declined card, the $12, the jar with $60 in it. 9 years. Not luck. Not a windfall. Not a single dramatic moment. Just 1,000 small decisions made consistently in the right direction. You think about the people you grew up with. Some of them are doing well. Some are struggling. The difference is rarely talent. It is rarely opportunity. It is almost always the moment someone decided to learn what nobody around them was teaching. You pull into your driveway. You sit in the car for a moment. Then you go inside. Tomorrow you will invest again. Not because you have to, because now you understand what you are building. Somewhere tonight, a 23-year-old is sitting outside a petrol station. Card declined. Not because they are lazy. Not because they are not smart enough. Because nobody ever taught them. Maybe that was you once. Maybe that is someone you know. The rules of money are not complicated. They are just never taught to the people who need them most. That is why this channel exists. Not to sell you shortcuts. Not to promise you overnight wealth. But to tell you the truth about money, the way it actually works, level by level, decision by decision. Subscribe to Buck Finance. We will figure this out together.